Hello and welcome to SAP Learning Academy and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial today I'm going to speak about the SAP ABAP runtime versus SAP HANA runtime. As you might know that SAP is slowly changing its environment from SAP ABAP to SAP HANA. So we need to understand the runtime information of the objects that we build. And in the case of transformation, you can run the transformation both in ABAP runtime as well as HANA runtime. So I have figured out some of the differences in both the runtime, like I'll be talking about the rounding of values, then the type conversion, and few others like error handling, routines, and formula versus routine. So I'll be giving you the basic information about these differences like here in the slides. First, I will talk about the rounding of values, and before that, SAP HANA provides better performance than SAP ABAP. But sometimes SAP HANA can be more complex to work with. So it is important to know the runtime information in both the cases. So as I talking about the rounding of values, like in SAP ABAP, suppose you are dividing a key figure by 3 or any digit, and if it provides a decimal value like this and it provides the rounding up automatically, like suppose the value is ending with 0666 and automatically it rounds up to 667. But in the case of HANA runtime, it does not become 667, it becomes 666 like that. So in SAP HANA, it does not provide the automatically rounding up of the figures. So for that, you have to explicitly write the SQL in order to convert it, or in order to round up the value. Like here, you can see that first we need to convert to decimal, then rounding up the figures like that. So coming to the next one, that is the type conversion. And very importantly, in SAP HANA runtime, no implicit type conversion is supported for runtime or modeling time. Suppose if I give you an example of variant A, like you can see, suppose this is my formula. If, and this is suppose a character type field, if it is greater than 10, then 10. If it is greater than 0, then the value is 10, otherwise 20. So in this case, I'm actually comparing with type C. This is the character type, and with this I'm actually comparing with 0, and who is actually type integer. So in the runtime, if you actually write this formula in ABAP, then in the runtime it's actually compares, or it transfers this character into integer, like this hxinf6. It converts into integer and compares with the value 0. But on the other hand, if I talk about SAP HANA, it will show an error because it will show like these two comparison types doesn't match. So for that, you need to actually explicitly write these two integer, like you can see the variant B in this slide. You need to write two integer, you need to actually convert into integer, you need to casting that, then only you can actually compare with these values of 0. So that's the difference of type conversion in SAP HANA and SAP ABAP. So now I will be talking about few more differences like the error handling, then routines, and formula versus routines. In the case of error handling, and let me tell you that the error handling option is available in DTPs in the case of ABAP runtime. But if you go into HANA runtime, we do not find this option. So this is a very good differences between ABAP runtime and HANA runtime. And in the case of routine, the level of complexity in routines in the case of that you write in HANA is far more complex than ABAP runtime. So that's why it is important for you to identify that if you're going to write a routine, and which runtime you're going to use. And the last one is the formula versus routine, and we recommend you to use the formula because formula can be run in both the runtime ABAP and HANA, but the routines cannot be run in both the runtime. So it is important to choose that which types, suppose if you are building some kind of solution, so what you are going to use, formula or routine. So that's all about this tutorial. If you have any question, write in the below comment box. I'll be happy to answer. And don't forget to subscribe our channel to SAP Learning Academy. And if you have liked the tutorial, you can like and share with your friends and colleagues. And also you can see my other tutorials. I've given the links in the below description. Thank you for watching. See you again with next tutorial.